Hi, I'm Kaylee, and today I'm going to share the curriculum that my fourth grader is going to be using for the upcoming school year. For our Bible curriculum this year, we're going to use More Than Words Level 2. We already have used Level 1 this past year, and we really enjoyed it. This is a 4-day-a-week Bible curriculum. Day 1 is usually a story, and you talk about that. Then Day 2 has some copy work and a scripture study. Day 3 each week is either a picture study, a hymn study, or a poetry study. And Day 4 is a character study, and we'll go through the character traits that we went through last year. So I like that we'll be repeating some of the same material so that it will help them to remember it. Then for her math curriculum, she will be doing math lessons for a living education level 4. This is also master books. This book is written entirely to the student. We have really enjoyed reading the stories of Charlie and Charlotte at the beginning of each lesson. There are 5 exercises for each week. We generally go ahead and do exercises 4 and 5 on the same day so that we have a 4-day work week. And the lessons are short enough that that does not make it too much work in one day. This also has the answer key at the back, and I will show you in another video how I organize all of my schedules and answer keys later. She will be doing language lessons for living education level 4. She has done levels 2 and 3 over the past 2 years, and she has really liked it. Day 1 is a reading together. It looks like this is the first year where it's entirely for her to read. In levels 2 and 3, they have highlighted some sentences for the student to read, and the teacher reads the rest, and they alternate. Then it has some comprehension questions. Then there will be a couple of exercises that have grammar and sometimes writing. And then on exercise 4, we read a story from the 101 favorite stories from the Bible, and they can draw a picture and copy the caption and a Bible verse. We have really enjoyed reading these stories together. The book also has a few comprehension questions for the stories, and my daughter has really liked these. This is one of her favorite parts. Exercise 5 is spelling. She has struggled a lot with the spelling, and so we are going to supplement spelling. I'm not really good at implementing all of the extra ideas. This book I know does have some ideas for games and things, and you can spread the spelling out so it's more practice through the week, but she will just kind of go over these, but we're going to do a different spelling curriculum to help her hopefully get a little bit better with that. For her spelling curriculum, she is going to use Spelling You See. This will be our first time using it, but I think that it will be good for her. She has trouble memorizing words from lists and spelling lists, and in this book she will mostly be writing words over and over, and I think that that will help her to remember the spelling of them a lot better. In this book, they'll also mark, like in this section, they will mark all the bossy R chunks with erasable colored pencils. They'll just highlight them. And in the instructor's manual, it has an answer key for that, and it has all of the dictation passages. They will do the copy work for like 3 days of the week. Then on day 4, she can just do a fun writing of her own. And day 5 is a dictation where I will read the passage and she will write it on her own. Then for actual writing curriculum, we have not used a whole lot with her in the past. I have Right Shop Primary Book B, which I started with my son years ago, and she did a little bit with it. And so this summer we're kind of just doing this for some writing practice and to reintroduce her to doing some writing projects. And I have book C on order, and it should be here hopefully next week. And she will be doing that for her writing next year. This is going to be the first year that I have split up my son and my daughter's history. My son is going into 6th grade and doing World Story with Master Books, which I felt like my daughter is not quite ready for. She is young for her grade because her birthday's in September, so she would have missed the cutoff for public school. So she is going to do Elementary World History Report instead of the World Story. This comes with this Noah's Ark book, which this curriculum is a 3-day-a-week, has a 3-day-a-week schedule. One of each of those days, or one day each week, is this book. And then it all has this really neat timeline that is this huge fold out, this timeline of history. And then it has all the activities here in the teacher guide. And it encourages the students to do reports throughout the year. And this is one of the year report pages. So hopefully we'll be getting some extra books. As I go through this a little bit more in depth, I will find some outside books to help her to find information that she would need to do any of these reports. And because it's only 3 days a week, it gives you extra time to follow the rabbit trails and go in depth in anything that she would find interesting and want to learn more about. Then she will be also doing some elementary geography and cultures with my older son. This is a full year curriculum, but we are going to slow it down and probably just do one country a week instead of just following the regular schedule and doing it 5 days a week, because we try to keep our schedule mostly down to doing 4 days of school a week and maybe just like a little light something on Fridays to catch up, or just a little something on Friday mornings, but we like to have most of Fridays off. So this has worksheets. It's a lot of how do you say things in different languages, coloring flags, and it has a lot of recipes involved. So hopefully we will get to try out some new recipes. And these are the books that go with that: Passport to the World and Children's Atlas of God's World. That is geography. Then we have science, and for science, she will join us for God's Design, Heaven and Earth with my 6th grader and my nephew, who will be in 7th grade and joining us for this. I am hoping that Master Books beginner's version of this will be out before the fall. They have a beginner's version of Life, God's Design for Life, which we have been doing, and I really like the beginner's version for her. She does listen to the reading of the textbook, but the actual work just in the beginner's book is a lot better for her, just tracing the words and coloring the pictures. She really likes that a lot better than doing the worksheets in the full version of this. So we're going to do our universe and our planet Earth, since we have gone over our weather and water study previously, and I think the kids are going to be excited about learning about space. We have really enjoyed these textbooks. I really like that the lessons are really short, the reading is, so it's not too long for them to get bored with and zone out. So, but the information is really good in what's here. And the pictures are really cool too. And so that's it for her science. And then I think the only thing left is our foreign language which we're going to start studying Spanish, but I'm just kind of coming up with something on my own for that, so I don't have a formal Spanish curriculum to show for that. So that's it for my 4th grader for the 2020-2021 school year. And thanks for watching.